Sorry I haven't made a yoga video in a while. I've just had a lot going on in my life and I've basically slacked on your yoga videos, but I promise I'll make more. Also, if you have a certain video you'd like me to make, please just put in the comments what you'd like and I'd be happy to make one. I've been doing yoga a long time, so I have, I think, a pretty vast knowledge, and I could come up with videos for y'all. I can't believe I just said y'all. That just means I've been living in the South for a long time. I'm from the North originally. Anyways, also I'm going to be the cheesy YouTuber and ask you if you to subscribe or like or comment on my videos if you like them. I guess that helps. I'm just learning myself. Today we're going to do a video on sleep. I've actually had sleep issues in my life, so I have so much empathy and compassion for people that have them. I also have a lot of knowledge on that, so if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. Supplements, like time of day you should get sunlight, I've got all of it. I feel like I'm almost an expert on it. We're going to be doing a lot of forward bends today because forward bends are more calming to the nervous system. You don't want to do back bends before bed because it stimulates the adrenals. It's more energizing. So if you have any, if you're tight in your hamstrings, any back issues, be careful with forward bends because usually discs, when they're move out the back, and forward bends can agitate that. Yoga blocks are a great thing to have if you have back problems or tight hamstrings because they lift you up, and so you're not, rolling over and folding like that. It gives you more of a lift. Yoga straps are always good if you have tight hamstrings. I don't think we're going to do anything that, well, we might actually do something that needs a yoga strap. So go ahead and grab those real quick. Also, you might want to sit up on a blanket. We're going to do legs at the wall at the end, and we'll bring the blanket over to the wall. We'll start off with something called alternate nostril breathing, which is amazing for sleep, for headaches, for balancing both sides of the body and the brain, just all around balance of your well-being. Does that sound right? It sounds weird, but anyways, so you're going to start off. I like to take my index finger and middle finger down and use my index finger, my ring finger, and my thumb to close off my nostrils. If you can't, if that's too difficult on your hand, just do, your thumb and your, did I say index finger before? I'll pull it together, I promise. I always start off like this. Anyways, just do whatever fingers work for you. I'll take my index finger and my thumb down and use my middle finger down, use my thumb and ring finger. This is why I don't sleep at night. I'm just a hyper person, but we're going to bring it down a notch. Closing off your right nostril, exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Close it off and exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Complete the inhale, close it off, exhale through the left. Complete the exhale, inhale through the left. Close it off, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Close it off. Exhale through the left. And release. You can always do that longer or after class as well if you need a little bit more of that. I already feel the effects of it. I'm sure you can tell I've calmed down a little bit. Now start breathing through your nose. So breathing through the nose calms the nervous system. I was a mouth breather when I started yoga, which was like 30 years ago. And breath was the hardest part for me. It took me a long time to be able to just breathe through the nose and not feel suffocated. So do your best. If you need to breathe through the mouth, do that at times, and then go back to the nose. You'll probably hear me doing a slight Ujjayi pranayama, which is an audible breath. And then slowly bring your left hand straight out from your hip, not forward or back, straight out. Root that hand down, root the right hip down. Even push the left hand down onto the floor and root that right hip. I'm shadowing you, so you'll see, so that I'm a mirror for you. Bring your right arm over your ear, left shoulder goes back. Nice deep breath. Close your eyes and go inward today. We're going to just close our eyes. Sometimes you can open them if it feels uncomfortable to you. But find your drishti and focus on one place. Breathe from your hip all the way up into your rib cage. Relaxing the jaw, the face. Stay rooted on everything that is on the ground. Inhale, bring the right arm up, and exhale it over to the side. Bring your ear down towards your shoulder. So now let's work on the neck a little bit. Oftentimes people complain about their necks when they're sleeping. Shoulders, necks, hips, back. So open up that neck. You might bring the chin down a little bit. Just try to find that right stretch for you. Once you get there, breathe into that. In yoga, pranayama, which is breath work, is expansion of life force. So we believe that the breath is energy. So even if you feel like I can't get my breath to my neck, I want you to feel like energetically it's getting to your neck. Root down, inhale, lift up, then bring both hands on either side of the left knee. If that feels like you can't do that, some people are really tight in their hips, then just stay lifted and just a slight twist towards your right knee. If you can, start to come forward as far as feels comfortable for you. The left ribs will move to the side. Breathe nice and deep. Keep rooting through the right hip. Lengthen your chest up and over that leg. And you just move nice and slowly. So maybe you go, oh, I feel a little like more open with my breath and my body, and then you move a little bit further forward. Slow breath, closing your eyes, feeling for letting go on any of those areas that feel like they're gripping. Inhale, slowly come up. Turn to center. Exhale. Ground down into your legs. Right hand comes straight out from the hip. Root that hand down. Right shoulder goes back. So you see that? Bringing my shoulder blade onto the back. Root the left hip down onto the floor. Left arm comes up and over. Nice deep breath. Closing your eyes. Breathing into this amazing side bends. I love side bends. Breathing from your hip to your rib cage to your armpit. Nice slow breath. Inhale, bring the left arm up. Exhale it down to the side. Relaxing your ear towards your shoulder, getting a nice stretch in the neck. Maybe you tuck your chin. Just trying to find that place where you feel the stretch in the neck. Inhale, slowly coming up, turning towards your right leg. Fingertips can be on either side. Root down through the left hip, and maybe come over that leg a little bit. Widen the right ribs out to the side. Nice deep breath. Pause, breathe, and then when you feel like you can go a little bit further, you go ahead. Listening to your body, closing your eyes, going inward. Inhale, slowly coming up. So I'm moving slow today. People can't believe I can do it, but I can. And if you're sitting on a blanket, just move it over to the side for later. Coming onto your hands and knees, and we'll come out here. Inhale, coming into a cow position, pushing down through the hands, rooting down through the fingers. Just feeling the spine for a moment. So that's probably as deep of a back bend we're going to do today. Exhale, downward dog. If downward dog does not work for you, you can do puppy pose. So your hands are way out in front, sitting bones go back. Otherwise, coming into your downward dog, pause and breathe, bending the left knee, rooting the right thigh bone back, warming up the hamstrings a little bit. Relaxing the neck, head is in line with the arms. You can close your eyes in this as well if you can keep your balance. And switch sides. Bending the right knee, rooting the left thigh bone back. Slow breaths. Inhale, straighten both legs now as much as you can. If you round your back when you straighten your legs, and bend the knees. And just straighten them to the place where you can keep your back nice and long. Feet are parallel to each other, hip distance apart. Take an inhale. Exhale, come down onto your knees. Put something underneath your knees if you have any knee issues. My mat's doubled up here. Taking your right leg forward for a lunge. Pause, breathe, settle in your legs. Taking your right hand to your hip, left arm comes up and over for a side bend. Nice slow breath here. So this isn't a time to push yourself into a deep side bend. It's just time to get nice little stretches, preparing your body for sleep. Keeping the shoulders back, pushing down through the left leg, gently folding. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands come down on either side of your foot. And this is where you might need 2 yoga blocks. So I'd have my hands up higher on 2 yoga blocks. I only have one over there because my dog ate the other one. You're going to straighten your front leg as much as you can. Yoga blocks help if you can't straighten your front leg. Also, if your leg is bent, I promise you that's okay. Spreading your toes. Just a gentle push of the heel into the floor and a gentle push of the back knee into the floor, drawing them together a little bit. So actually creating a little muscle energy lets the body know that you're aware, and it actually calms the nervous system. So keeping that, just lengthening the rib cage away from the hips, not pushing deep into the pose, just getting a nice stretch in the hamstrings, spreading the toes a little bit. Slow breaths. Jaws relaxed, faces relaxed. Bending that knee now, left hand down onto the floor, gentle twist. So my left hand is in line with my foot, about a foot away from my foot. If you need to come closer, that's fine. We're not really going to be sticklers about alignment. Also, hand on a block is great as well. Keeping the legs firming in. So if you lost that firming in, firm them towards each other just gently. And gentle twist. We're not even going to bring that arm up. Just have your right hand on your leg. Lengthen that rib cage out. Twisting out any tension in the spine. Nice slow breath. And releasing that. Coming back onto your hands and knees. Bring the left leg through for a lunge. Settle down into your legs before you even move. So you want to get rooted down, hugging the legs in. Left arm comes to the hip. Right arm comes up and over. Slow breath. Breathing into any of that tension. Here, I'm going to keep my eyes open and find a drishti, just focusing on one place. One point. Breathing through the nose as much as you can. Breathing out any tension. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, bring them down onto the floor. Straighten your leg for Ardha half splits. Spread the toes, hands on either side of the leg. Draw the heel into the floor, draw the back knee into the floor. Feel that little bit of muscle energy. Breathe into that. Lengthen the rib cage away from the hips. Nice, slow, even breaths. Bending that knee, bring your hand down to the floor, left hand onto the leg, right shoulder moves back. Draw your legs towards each other again if you lost that. Lengthen the rib cage, breathe deep, twisting out any of that tension. Take an inhale. Exhale, coming back onto your hands and knees for threading the needle. Inhale, right arm comes up. Exhale, thread it through, bringing your whole entire arm down onto the floor. Settle into that and come onto your left fingertips. Lift the left head of the shoulder up and draw the elbow in towards the shoulder. Breathing down into your right arm, kind of rooting it down gently. And not a lot of energy, we're just trying to keep it chill. But I always like to have some muscle energy so my body knows I'm here. Nice slow breath into the back of that shoulder. Inhale, coming back up onto your hands and knees. Bring the left arm up. Exhale, bring it all the way through for threading the needle. Come onto your right fingertips. Right head of the shoulder lifts, elbow comes in. Settle down into that left arm. Breathe. Get a nice stretch there. Breathing into the back of that shoulder. Slow breaths. Inhale, come all the way back up. Exhale, coming into child's pose. Your knees can be wide or together. It's up to you. Relaxing down. Bring your left hand by your left knee and bring your right arm over. Just a little gentle side bend in child's pose. Doesn't have to be deep. Slow breath. Breathing into the side, into the hips, wherever you're feeling it. And over to the other side. Right hand by the right knee, or a little in front, wherever feels more comfortable. Breathing into the left side of the rib cage. Slow breaths. Breathing into the hips. Inhaling, coming to center, lifting all the way up and coming to a seated posture. I like to sit up on a blanket because I've had back issues and I like to always make sure that I have a lower back curve. Badakanasana, feet together, lifting up, using your buttocks muscles to gently bring the legs down towards the floor. Opening up the inner thighs. Working on a little external rotation in the hips. Nice slow breath. Closing your eyes now. Going inward. Inhaling, coming up. Bring your left leg forward, Janusirasana. This is where you might need a strap. You might want to put a strap around your foot, or you can just be right here and just work on rooting down and just breathing into the legs. Otherwise, you can start to fold forward. Maybe bring your right hand onto your left foot. Left hand can be out like a little outrigger, lifting that shoulder up, just gentle forward bend. Letting the face and the jaw relax. Staying rooted and grounded through everything that is touching the ground. Inhale, slowly coming up. Exhale, switching to the other side. If you notice, I also have muscle energy here, so you don't see my foot going out to the side. Keeping the leg firm, but again, not so tense. You want to keep it like a nice soft hugging in of the muscles. Right hand can come out like an outrigger, left hand to the foot, or you can be right here, both hands on either side, or using a strap. You might be here if your hamstrings are super tight. Breathing deep. Try not to force the forward bend. You want to hinge more from the hips instead of the waist. Slight twist towards that leg. Deep breaths there. Relaxing the jaw and the face. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, moving the blanket to the side, coming onto your back for a figure four stretch. Bring the right leg over the left. If you're tight, this might be where you're at, and you might just stay here. Flex your foot gently to stabilize the knee. Maybe you can put your foot up on a wall or a couch. If you're more flexible, you can take your hand through, so right hand through, grabbing your left leg. Pause and breathe. Bring your leg slightly to the left and widen that right hip out to the side. Breathing into those hips, loosening up those hips so you can sleep deeply. Closing your eyes, going inward. Releasing that, switching to the other side. And don't be surprised if the other side is completely different. It's a lot tighter for me on this side. Lifting your leg up, putting your right foot maybe on the wall or a couch, taking your left hand through, grabbing your hamstring or your shin, bring your leg slightly to the right, and widen that left hip out to the side. Close your eyes, breathe into those hips. Just see that energy moving down into the hips. Keep your foot active to stabilize the knee. Releasing that. Bring your feet wider than the mat. Turn your knees over to the right. See that your left knee is straight out from your hip, and bring your right arm. I'm not going to reach it all the way out because there's this wall right here, but you could reach your arm straight out. Getting now an internal rotation of this left leg. Breathing into that. Flex your feet. If you feel any tension in the knees, maybe you need to come up a little bit or put something underneath your legs. Inhale, bring your legs up, and exhale over to the other side. See that your knees straight out from your hip. Bring your arm by your ear. I have it bent, but you can straighten it out. Keep the feet active a little bit. Slow breath. legs up. We're going to move over to a wall right now. This is called legs up the wall. And it's really good also to calm the nervous system for sleep. It is anti-aging. That's why I look so young. I just turned 50. Just kidding. Anyways, I mean, not kidding. I did just turn 50. So I like to put a blanket by the wall. You can do this up in your bed if you want. If you have a wall on your bed, go ahead and do this in your bed and then slide into bed. You're going to scoot your hips up onto that blanket and bring your legs up the wall. I'm not doing it on here because these are doors and I'll knock them in. We're going to end the class like this, so I want you to just completely relax. We'll actually do a breath, a little bit more pranayama. If it feels too tense, the pranayama, don't do it. Just breathe nice and slowly. It's a 4-7-8 breath. Inhale to 4, hold for 7, and exhale to 8. I don't want you to create any tension though, so sometimes this kind of work in the beginning create tension, but this breath is amazing for sleep. I've given it to a lot of clients and they said they've fallen asleep just doing it. I'll call out the breath. Inhaling to a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can continue that, or you can just relax the breath. If this gets uncomfortable with your legs up the wall, just slide away from the wall and go into Shavasana, resting on your back. And you can rest here as long as you want. I hope you have a restful sleep, and I'll see you in another video. Namaste.